Okay. Hopefully this is all recording. Alright, so anyway, update of what's been going on. I finished my first Seawolf. It has, see if I can do this. There we go. That's better. Assault missile, strike missile, strike missile, strike missile. Engines 2, booster 3, laser 3, and it does pretty well. One of the, oh man, nothing has respawned. I haven't been on this since like earlier today. So it does pretty good. One thing I do like about it is if you're trying to stay away from stuff, this fleet can hold some stuff. It's just one Seawolf really doesn't hold anything at all. With the 2 assault missiles, sorry, this is St. Patrick's Day, happy St. Patrick's Day. I have had some green beer, a little more than I normally have. So let's see, it looks a little darker. I think that's because of the whatever that armor is that you got from one of the raids. The armor that I put on it, I didn't put one of the Draconian, the Forsaken armors. I put one of the Draconian armors on it because it doesn't weigh a whole lot. So okay, so here it is. You can see it. So what it is when if you're really going for distance, then the assault mortars will fire. But if you're shooting against something that you're not as concerned about distance, then the strike mortars can fire too. Like we know this is a short range type gun. And so that's kind of your clue of where your range is 2 missiles firing, or is a whole bunch more firing. So you got assault missiles, but then you have the strike missiles. So it's kind of nice because it gives you a range clue, because you know that's the assault missiles, right? But so where is the strike missiles? Where when you start to see them firing, then you know that you're in the strike missile range. So that's the assault missile. See, if I keep it right on that edge, only those 2 will ever fire. So if I'm fighting a human, I probably want to stay on that edge because they might have cutlass missiles. Wrong one. There we go. So it's nice. I think I've taken out some 8s, and I haven't even bothered a 9 because just one ship a 9 would take forever. I think if I had at least 3, that would be a whole lot more useful. Let me show you. So I'm building another one, the exact same vintage. The 2 assault mortars and 3 strike missiles. So I have that armor on it. Like I told you, engines 2. I did actually start researching. What I'm halfway done researching is engines 3. That's what I decided to do as my my next research. To be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to stick it. I'm upgrading the weapons lab. And this will make it to a level 9. I don't think there's anything useful at level 9. I don't remember. I think mostly what I really want is a level 10. The hammerheads are almost done. They'll be done today, which is awesome. Or I guess I already did that. This fleet, I'm working on ranking up so I can actually have a reasonable base fleet, which from the look of it right now, am I going to have a reasonable base fleet before I'm a 31? You know, I don't know. Probably not. I get some crap on the forums about, well, I had a whole floating fortress fleet when I was a 28. Great. It's nice to be you. But you didn't have some other things that I had at that point in time. the game can be played a bunch of different ways. It's all in how you want to play the game. I went advanced tech first, base second, fleet third. So I am gonna probably be closer to a 31 before all of these are fully kick-ass, destroy a base fleet. And at that point, the lowest I can hit is a 26. I know that. You know what? And it's gonna happen. And I've kind of sucked because I haven't been playing that much. So, you know, this one's only a 3, this one's only a 2, this one's only a 1, which is actually tiered kind of nicely because this one will start first and I can refit it, and then, you know, we'll work on these two. And I have been kind of a slacker on these. I've been doing more of the, you know, getting regular resources so I can do this other shit. But you know, honestly, if I'm planning on building one more of these, so I have 3 to go against like level 8s and 9s. You know, I have a little bit of time for this, so it's okay. But I need to level him up because he still has. Come on, work with me. Oh, he's at C. Why is he at C? Did I not send anybody home? I guess I didn't send anybody home. Then again, I've been drinking green beer today. So this one has like 2 levels left. It doesn't tell me in here what its bonuses are. It has to get the little square in there, and then it's still the star. So it's got a little while to go. You know, predominantly for 8s and 9s, I use this fleet, which has a mixture of siege missiles and assault missiles and cutlass missiles. Which in all reality, the 2 ranges of those are not crazy apart. It's probably just enough if you're fighting an assault missile fleet versus a cutlass missile fleet. You know, you could probably get a couple more shots off than the other guy. So that's basically what's been going on. Oh, here we go. Okay, woo woo. All right, let's see. You show me you. Come on, come on. I was talking. Come on, you're killing me, people. There we go. So I got 15, 20, 25. So I have 2 more rankings to go. So 20 will be the little square underneath it, and then 25 will be when it turns into a star. So that's how that's going to work. And I have 100. Actually, that's not a whole lot. More to go. I haven't not hit any more bases than what y'all have seen. I've either not been playing or have just been hitting cargo. To get the second Seawolf, it was just cargo. I don't think I've hit any more bases. Because honestly, I agree with y'all. Until I have 5 floating fortresses, I'm not going to get a whole lot from bases. If all I have is this, honestly, hitting a couple cargo ships does better. So like I said, either they have not respawned, or every once in a while somebody comes through and just cleans everything out. There's some 7s, but there's some 6s. It's a hit or miss in this sector right now, I'm telling you. I've never seen him before. There's a couple guys that will come through and clean stuff out. And you can't, I mean, if you're looking for blueprints, 436 is a horrible sector to be in. I have hit so few 8s. I rarely will even get the 8s outside of my own base. So anyway, let's just make sure we did an accurate recap. So what I'm going to be doing as far as ships goes, I already know this one. I'm going to have 3 Seawolves. So this one will finish in a couple days. I'll build one more, which I think is a 4-day ship. And then, by then, I fully hope and expect to have first one of these ranked up, and what I'm going to have on this is, I don't think that'll work. Nope. I am not going to use the Shockwave L's. I'm going to change all of those to Shockwave N's. Shockwave N's have a lower spread and a higher splash. The lower spread means it's more accurate. When it fires its grouping of shots, it's going to be in a tighter group, and then the splash is higher. So I fully expect that an N is much better for bases than an L. And then hopefully I can pair that up with, I can't see it. Hopefully I can pair that up with the thingy that makes the splashes bigger. I have no idea what my current one is for this one, so I'm gonna see when I can do this, because my other ones have, they don't have engines, but a lot of people with L's use the rangefinder to bring in the spread. Well, if I'm picking N's, my spread is already brought in, so let me increase my splash. I've heard on the forums that that's pretty kick-ass. So that's actually what I'm planning on doing. I'm having the reactive armor 3, and then the I guess it's called high explosive shells, HES. Yeah, that sounds familiar. The best I have. I don't know if I have 2 or if I have 3. So I'll do that and do the other 3 that way, and then maybe over time change these. I don't know. We'll see. There'll be some more hailstorm on the other ships, 1 or 2. I'm not totally sure which one. People tend to be not favoring the mortars quite as heavily as they did before some of the new specials came out. I don't know. We'll have to see. You know, I might replace a couple of these. I've also seen a couple of the bases that seem to do pretty well. I've seen where this base does really, really bad against missile fleets. I have not been hit by missile fleet, so I'm not entirely sure, but I know some people that have a base that's very, very, very similar, and they've been hit by a missile fleet, a siege missile fleet. Mind you, it's a siege missile fleet, and they got raped. I mean, it was just all but like one warehouse and one other building. I don't know which building, but they got messed up. So I'm going to do a little bit of researching about bases again, but that's my ship strategy. My other strategy is get to where I can do a better missile. I mean, these are not called missiles; these are called rockets. A better rocket scenario. Because right now I think my best is this. So that sucks. I don't really have a rocket answer right now. And as I get into more bases, I'm going to care about that more. I'm researching, I already told you this, the engines. So where are we at? Yeah, I don't know. I'm contemplating what the next thing of this will be. I'm not really sure. Ooh, I can answer my own question of the high explosive shells. I only have a 2. 35% versus 50%. 11 days. I can make the money. That might be the next thing I research, especially if I go with the Shockwave N, because the Shockwave N, I got the last piece for it not too long ago. That's why nothing else has ever used it before. I just didn't have the piece. I didn't have the blueprint for it, but now I do. So that's something I'll be thinking about. So anyway, I have a lot of stuff to sort of figure out. Probably not gonna hit a lot of bases for a little while. I'm probably gonna concentrate on cargo, finishing some ships, ranking up some ships. That's pretty much what I'm gonna be working on for a little while. And then once I have some of those floating fortresses done, then I'll probably focus more on bases again. But like I said, you know, I might be a level 31 by the time that happens, which in hindsight kind of sucks. I really think focusing too much on Advanced Lab early hasn't had the payoff I hoped it would. But you know what, you live and you learn, and I figure by the time I'm a 31, it'll all wash, it'll all equal itself out, because I really think at some point in the game everything levels itself, and it doesn't matter how you started, you're all going to come out to about the same in the end. So anyway, I'm tired of rambling, so I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye.